Hello everybody and welcome into the SFA Season 15 Week 7 BearCave games. We are back with another fantastic week here of SFA football over on Twitch. Let me know if you can hear me before we get started, but it is another great day. We had more CFB 25 news, nothing that's going to be game breaking for the SFA. A lot of crazy results, most notably Vanderbilt taking down LSU. So some nutty results this week. Also saw UNLV go down in OT. That one hurts, Cryo. But as always, we are back, hopefully with some more shock and awes, I guess, coming. But if you don't know what this is, it is the SFA. It's an online dynasty ran through Discord, Twitch, and YouTube. We currently are on CFB revamp, but we will ideally be moving to the new game when it drops here in a couple months. This is your notification now. If you were thinking about buying the game, you definitely should, because we are going to be doing a lot of different stuff on that game, regardless of if the SFA moves over or not. So if you want to participate in those, feel free to get the game. And if you are watching live, you might run into some ads, so consider using that Twitch Prime ad or that Twitch Prime sub so that you don't miss out on any of the action and you help support us with funding your own national championship trophy and care package. And also check out our friends over at Home Field Apparel. You can use code SFA for 15% off. They just dropped a crazy subscription box for the summer. 7 weeks, 7 different releases. Very heavily discounted shirts. Normally they're like $36. They're $20 each. The first drop is the UC Santa Barbara Banana Slugs, Pepperdine Wave, Delta State Fighting Okra, Evergreen State College Geoducks, the North Florida Osprey, NAU Lumberjacks, and UTSA Roadrunners. So some of the craziest mascots in college sports will be featured. And if you want even more content throughout the week, we go on a 5-day schedule. Check us out on Instagram. I post daily media stories over there. And also check out patreon.com/thesfa for more content, including podcasts, including an additional game day, and the watch party this week was already posted, is because it's one of the craziest games we've ever seen. So if you didn't watch it yet, I do encourage you to watch that at some point later on today. Without further ado, let's get into it. Cryo lost 12K on that bet. That is tough. Oh well, womp womp. But we're gonna get started here with the Sun Belt. We have a fun one between UAB and Southern Miss incoming for you. And if you don't know what BearCave is, we do the top 10 games basically each week. We'll jump in and sim to the end. If it's close, we will watch it live. There is no user on Southern Miss, but UAB, I doubt they're here. But let me know heads or tails, kick or receive. But if you are betting in the sportsbook, this is a 14-point favorite for Southern Miss. And the over-under is 49.5. And the BearCave prop is for the SFA player, the freshman, Kamel Farley for UAB. We're going for the over-under in tackles. So let's go ahead and jump into it here, folks. Week 7 again. And then we have game day coming up. We got Hawaii and Wyoming, which should be some fun in the Mountain West. A lot of crazy stuff happening here in the as we this marks the halfway point of Season 15 here in the SFA. Ton of seasons, ton of time, a little over 3 years. And then we have the new game on the horizon, which we may or may not be moving to. But here we go. One of the best rush offenses in the country, Southern Miss, and UAB, a surprising team. But a couple of weeks ago, they were on BearCave. Kind of got curb stomped. So we're going to see if this team is for real contender. The Sun Belt has been incredibly good this year. They still have 4 undefeated teams. So we'll see if UAB can take down one of them. All right, here we go. First quarter. And UAB strikes first with a field goal. Southern Miss in the rain probably has a bit of an advantage as they do take the lead. As we head to the second quarter, they open that lead up by 2 scores. There it goes to 18. UAB is going to get slammed, I guess, here to start the day. We got a missed field goal, though, to end the half. 35-3, UAB finally scores a touchdown. Oh, boy. Is the year after B-Dog left going to be the year where this team actually is good? 45 to 11, 52, 55, 62! 62 on your dome. That has to be a scoregami. 62 to 11. There's no way that is not a scoregami. So I guess it's safe to say Southern Miss covered there. That 14-point spread. As we take a look here, they got a returned punt as well. Just everything going right for them today. Southern Miss looking scary. They stay undefeated. As, oh boy, Quentin Winston didn't have his LASIK today. 105 through the air, 3 interceptions, 38% completion percentage. Nothing on the ground. And our prop, we are looking at Kamel Farley. He did not hit the over-under. He only had 3 total tackles. Doubt they did anything of note on defense, considering he gave up 62 points. But here we are. Yeah, not a good week if you're a UAB fan. We got to look at the team that actually did well. Hold up. We got Southern Miss. Trey White back at it. He didn't even do much here through the air. It was all running the ball, it seems. A lot of touchdowns. A lot of people getting involved. Bobby Joe, too, SFA player, getting 12 pancakes. Couple of TFLs. 1 sack for Satchel the Jokey, SFA guy. 3 interceptions, Ty Hagglewood, SFA player. Couple of deflections. And no fumbles. Yeah, losing by 3 is tough there. Pizza, I thought you guys had him. But yeah, from what I saw, Gamara went down with an injury. And then Concepcion came in. And they lost. Alright, as always, I get my player of the game screenshot. And we'll go right ahead into game number 2. So, quick start here to BearCave in week 7. As next up, we've got Akron taking on Ohio. So, Ohio Mania back on in the BearCave. A very, very tough game last week. This is a 9-point favorite for Ohio at home. 63.5 is the over-under line. And for jerseys, we want gold, white, gold against the All Blacks. Okay, so Coach Moon heads and receives. So gold, white, gold, perfect. And then he wants All Blacks if they're in here. Yes, they are. All right, and as always, the away team gets the advantage. So here we go. Can Coach Moon do something? Can he kill Ohio Mania? If you're following the BearCave props or looking for the fullback, Terry Tompkins in relief for James Callahan. Will he score a touchdown today? They had a lot of trouble last week with Central Michigan, one of the better teams in the conference. Seems like Akron might be a year or 2 away from really competing. I won't be able to tell you how long Gamar's out until I sim forward a week. So, and that won't be till late tonight. So, no. Yeah, Mountain Air Force scored 59 points today, and UNLV, well, they lost an OT. Oh, he's making fun of him. We got Coach Primewater in here, brand new account. So we got heads and receive for Akron. All right, Ohio Mania. Can they keep this shit rolling? Backup running back. Akron scores first with a field goal. Oh no, Akron's looking it's good, but they're settling for field goals here. Ohio takes the lead. This might be another banger of a game. 13-7, but they add one before half. Being carried by Nolan Figs. Up by 1. Come on, Ohio. No scoring here so far in third quarter, but Ohio adds one. Can they pull away here in the fourth? Oh, they do. Akron not doing much. They're on their last life here, and that's going to probably do it. Down now, it was at 21. Akron just did nothing here in the second half. Remember, we can only jump in if it's within one score, as they're just ramming it down Moon's throat. Not looking good here. And another touchdown. Or no, that's a field goal. And that will do it. So another blowout here as Ohio covers. It looked scary there in the first half, but they wound up getting it done. Let's check the scoring summary here as field goal, and a 30-yard run from Tompkins, so that prop hits, and a 79-yard run from Archer. Beverly getting in the end zone. No Manju movement, because of course not. Coach Moon loves to ruin his players. He's doing it once again here at the mighty Akron. Let's see the stat line. 7 for 111, so pretty good day. Just couldn't get into the end zone, but definitely a good game nonetheless. And on defense here, a lot of tackles, a couple of TFLs. Where's Jay Jones? He only got 4 tackles today. 1 sack, no INTs, couple of deflections, and no fumbles. And moving over to Ohio Mania, we got Nolan Figgs, 15 of 25, 152, and 1 touchdown. Terry Tompkins, the transfer from Ohio State, popping off, 176, 3 touchdowns for the fullback. He was cooking. And then Robbie Carmichael, SFA, player 11 tackles. Oh, man, the linebacker getting 3 sacks. They're just cooking them there. 4 total. No INTs, couple of deflections, and fumbles, no. Man, chat popping off. I can't keep up. All right, tough start to the day here for some of these G5 teams. Remember, we're in that spot of the season. Typically, it's like weeks 5 through 8, where we don't know who the real contenders versus pretenders are. So we often see some blowouts here on these BearCave games, as games that look good on paper may not actually be good. So we continue to move on, though. This one I know is going to be good. We've got Arizona and we got Auburn, who got their shit stomped on game day last week. So can Auburn get a bounce back game here? So, okay, the away team's Coach Cam. So Cam, let me know, heads or tails, kick or receive. Going up against Cabbage, trying to not let Tennessee loss ruin his season like it did last year. They kind of just fell off a cliff. So heads and receive here. If you did bet on this game, it's a 7.5 point favorite for Auburn. The over-under is 62.5. And the BearCave prop, we're looking at Kofi Garnett, the wide receiver from Auburn. He had, I think, 2 catches in that game day game. Will he get over under 3.5 here today? That is the age-old question. So here we go. Heads and receive for Arizona. We want the ball, and we are going to score. You a Seahawk fan. Here we go. No rain this week. Fonzo Jackson trying to get back. Jordan Hare, the site we were at last week for the bludgeoning of War Eagle. They checkered Auburn, what the papers were saying. So heads, are we going to bear down Auburn? That's the question. He does win the toss. Both these teams throughout the week were just like trying to reverse psychology it, see who prevails. Low scoring. Auburn gets through first. Surprised this team knows how to score on offense. Looks like Arizona now doing an Auburn impression, but they tie it up. When you get 2 sickos teams in the same stadium, something good's bound to happen. 21-14 Auburn once again. They're trading off 14-point blows. Next possession, Arizona has to step up here. Nothing. Next possession, and long one. Are they going to punch it in? No, it's no good. Remember, we can't jump in here. That was a long drive. So we're under 2 minutes, but still 2 scores. So we're not jumping in quite yet. Touchdown, and there it is. All right, we're going to watch the play, watch the extra point, 28-20. They still maintain all 3 of those timeouts as well, so they can kick it deep if they would like. They are probably going to attempt this field goal. Here we go. Onside kick. It's currently an Auburn no cover. And they grab it. It's a one-handed grab as he gets destroyed, and that's Kofi Garnett, the guy we were just talking about in the BearCave prop. So, all right, Auburn, you couldn't get a first down against Tennessee. Can you get one against Arizona? They had 6 straight 3-and-outs against Tennessee in that game day. Safety comes on down. First, Brandon Price up the gut, runs over a man, and that is going to be 9. Great start here. 1 first down should win it. 2nd and 1. Alfonso Jackson. Handoff again. He keeps it. Can he get there? No, he can't. He's still going backwards. Jackson just caught up field, my guy. What are you doing? 3rd down. The drama. Cam versus Cabbage. 3rd and 1. Dicker stick in motion. It's a handoff to Price. He breaks the tackle. And Auburn's going to do it. They're going to go to 5-1. Arizona down to 2-4. That broken tackle just changed the complete complexion of Arizona's season. Tough one to stomach there. You got to wrap up. Second and 12. Yeah, it's definitely over. We just got to watch these kneel downs. 28-21. So that's going to be an Auburn no cover for us. Gotta love when I set a perfect line within half of a point. Oof. Gotta love it. So Auburn gets it done. They get back in the win column after a brutal game day performance. We'll see if they can ride this momentum back into SEC play. But Alfonso Jackson, great bounce back game. Kofi Garnett, the hands team getting on out there. The one-handed grab. Play of the game. That broken tackle ended it there. All right, let's get to the stats now. Scoring summary, we had Griffin get a deep bomb. Garnett got into the end zone. A lot of big plays. So Chad Harris, 11 for 22, 185. Running the ball, Jamil Davis did get over 100. Not much from Pleasant, who had a massive game against Utah in the watch party game. Scotland doing what he always does. Defense looked, okay, but none of these extracurriculars, which tend to shift these games. Haynes Kruger dropped one. And for Auburn, Alfonso Jackson, 3 touchdowns through the air today. Brandon Price over 100. Much needed bounce back game. And the over hits for Kofi Garnett. And he got in the end zone. Bounce back there for him. So big day for Coach Cabbage as Pittman dominated the middle. He had 2 sacks and 5 TFLs. No interceptions. And that will do it. All right, so we get back into Players of the Week. Fonzo Jackson, big bounce back week for him. I believe in you, Arizona, Coach Cam. Surely you can't be worse than Dogwater. You always have that. You always have that moniker, or be able to rest your laurels on that. All right, here we go. To the Big 12 we go, and Arkansas at Iowa State. Now, this game is interesting because Coach Logan Radke, evil genius over here. He's an offensive coordinator in real life, but he gave me the directive to put the starting safety at middle linebacker, like a 65 overall, so that he could put in his backup safety, and he's an undefeated team. So we'll see how it works out for him today against the Arkansas Razorbacks, who are coming off of a win against Nebraska. If you're betting on this game, it is a over-under of 50.5, 2.5-point favorite for Coach Logan Radke. He had a very close win over Missouri last week. And we're looking at Bomani Eamon Sachs, the defensive end, the SFA player for Iowa State. So, once again, Iowa State, they are ranked 10th. They are undefeated. I'm very impressed by them this year, but they are winning a lot of close games. They've won 2 overtime games. They've won that 3-point game last week against Missouri. So some are saying, when is this bubble going to pop? When are they going to regress to the mean? When are they going to take that first loss? Will it be against the Hogs? Woo, Pig Suey, here we go. Arkansas back on game day, or BearCave. Definitely not game day. Welcome in, Flame. We had, Southern Miss cover, Ohio cover, and then Auburn no cover. So, nothing crazy so far. Exactly, Flame. That's my thought process. But I guess he saw something in practice from this strong safety where he got to get him on the field, I guess, right? So, we'll see how it impacts the game today. But here we go. Number 10, Iowa State, back in Jack Trice. We've been here quite a few times this season. Arkansas starts out first. Iowa State responds. Looks like they're about to punch it in again. Remember, this team can score a lot in a hurry. We saw in the game against Iowa that went to overtime on game day. 21-7 now. They extend the lead here. Defense looking pretty good. Trying to shut the door here, only allowing 7 points to Arkansas, who is a pretty good team on paper. And it looks like they're going to do it. It looks like they're going to continue to just throttle this team. But Arkansas, hold up. Big play. Hold your horses. Hold them. Hold them. All right, here we go. Another drive. And that's going to be a 3-and-out. Things are not looking good all of a sudden for Iowa State. Are they going to choke? And that's another long touchdown. We're within a score. It's a 38-yarder. Oh, no. Iowa State. In another close game. Remember, we don't jump in till the 2-minute mark. Can they re-extend the lead? 4th down. They go for it, and they get it. What an aggressive play there. 3rd and 7, 4th and 3. Here we go. We're going to jump in. We're going to watch the field goal here. They're up 6 to make the lead 9, and they do. So we can't jump in again after they make this field goal. All right, so can Arkansas get another score here? Yeah, they're moving the ball pretty quickly. 4th and 4, game on the line. And they don't get it. They're going to need a stop, an aggressive stop. Can Iowa State do it? Yes, they do. A 9-point victory here for Iowa State. They get the cover. They hold on. Yeah, back when they had KJ Jefferson, they seemed to be pretty good, but just never, they always had a tough schedule. If they would have had KJ Jefferson when we had Rick scheduling and they had a much more balanced schedule, then they probably would have been okay. But it was back in the days where we had a loaded Big 12, and then all of their out-of-conference opponents were SEC games. But Dan Brown, 3 touchdowns, Bonds over 120. Kramer, 3 touchdowns, got back into the end zone. And on defense, 13 tackles from Archie. 3 TFLs here. Bomani Eamons did get a sack, so that hits. Nicely done. Interceptions-wise, 1. Oh my God, Logan Radke's a genius. This is the safety that he put in. He's like, I gotta get this freshman on the field. So he gets an interception with him, while Bernard Lynch is the guy who's at middle linebacker right now. 3 tackles for him. So it worked. I can't believe it. Coach Logan Radke, got to give you your props here. Undefeated. His guy got an interception. I guess that's just how it works. And on the other side, oh my, this is not very good. Must have had an injury there at some point, but... And on defense, TFLs, quite a few. Good amount of sacks. They definitely were competitive in this game. Got an interception. And that will do it. 30-21. We've had 3 covers, 1 no cover so far. Bit of a mundane start here to BearCave, but that's all right. Last week we had a ridiculous BearCave. As always, games will be posted later on tonight. Highlights will be posted tomorrow. All right, where are we going next? Where are we going next? All right, next up is we are going back to the Conference USA. We got Tulsa and Texas State. All right, so Tulsa is the away team. They get to choose, so... Elharm, if you're here, let me know, heads or tails, kick or receive. However, I don't think he's here because he's in Italy right now, so I'm going to give it to Coach Phi. Let me know, kick or receive. Let's see. So, if we're talking off-season, Wooly, it's every waking moment that I'm not working or with my girlfriend, if we're with the if we're in the off-season. If it's if it's during the season, every night I get home around 9:30, and then I spend 3 to 5 hours, so we'll just say 4. So, let's see, day 1, that's 4 hours. So 4 times 4, that's 16, obviously. And then game days are from 4 p.m. till at least 1 a.m., so that is 9. So at least 25 hours a week during the season. At least. And then obviously I do a shitload on my phone when I'm at my real life job. So closer to 30. All right. So Coach Phi wants to kick. All right, and then let me make sure I get your jersey request. We got maroon out. All right. Yeah, it definitely is a full part-time job for sure. But during the offseason, definitely, I'm working 2 full-time jobs. All right. Tulsa against Texas State. And the line here is going to be 52.5 is the over-under. It's a 2-point spread here for Texas State. And we're looking at Blaze Hollister, SFA running back. Will he get a rushing touchdown today? Now, Texas State did make a change on their scheme recently, so we'll see how that works out here today. The pyramid scheme is, yeah, I can't think of a pyramid. There's no pay to win, but shout out to North Texas going 1-3 up to 4-3, and look at that, UTSA in second. Lol, Dogwater, will all your team's trash. All right, Texas State, come on, let's see a Josiah Bird big play here. Tulsa, obviously leading rusher in the nation. Big Daddy Josiah Bird, ECU champion. All right, we're gonna kick here for Coach Phi. Welcome in, win, made it on time for your game. With a lot of room to spare. Tulsa with a quick touchdown. Gotta stop the run here. Come on. There you go. Big touchdown for Texas State. Stay in this game. We're at home. Come on. I want Coach Phi to do well. No! Tulsa! All right. Good start here for Tulsa, one of the best running teams in the country. See if Texas State can make this a game. They do. End of third quarter. It's looking good. They had a field goal. All right. This is doable. Touchdown. Get in there. Let's go. 4 points. Or coming from behind this whole game, but you got to get a stop when it matters most. We're going to go one play at a time, and they get the stop. We're at 3 minutes, 40 seconds. Texas State has good field position, and they went for it, and they punted. Why do you punt that? Oh, man, I don't like the punt, but here we go. All right, looks like they're going to get the ball here. And here we go. Texas State across the 50. Field goal ties it. Thomas Horn in the backfield. Oh, baby, this game has been very good. No DH baller. We will not follow your channel. They're going to run the clock here. Interesting strategy. Don't want to give Tulsa the ball back, I guess. Horn. Nice throw there. And it's dropped. Oh. These wide receivers, man. What are you doing? That one hurts. Really, if you lose this game, either team, you get to the 5th loss. Almost no chance of bowl eligibility. Thomas Horn. That's going to be a first. He pushes it. He gets out of bounds. Big time play by the receiver. Jamal Mooney. The white boy named Jamal. Let's go. 1st and 10 across the 35. At home in the pistol. Crowd is going crazy. Come on. Thomas Horn. Over the middle. That was risky, and he dropped it. Save some time on the clock. Second and 10 now. The rain definitely doesn't help with drops either. Horn. A little drag route. He turns the corner. Hopkins gets 7. They do call a timeout. That's Tulsa calling it. So they want to save some time. Must believe Texas State is in field goal range. And Blaze Hollister checks in. SFA player, they're going to fake it to him. Horn keeps it, and he gets the first. The drive continues. Remember, a touchdown, folks, can win Texas State this game. They've not led for a second. Coach Phi, desperate for a win. Back in the pistol. Hollister in motion. He's going to go out for a pass. Cross body hits him. This time they bring it in. It's Cohen. Gets 13. 1st and goal. Definitely in field goal range now. Unless you have, LA Tech's kicker. 1st and goal. Handoff here to the outside. He has room. Touchdown, Texas State. It's Billy Evans. They take the lead. Their first lead of the ball game. All right, now the question is, though, did they leave too much time on the clock for Tulsa and the leading rusher in the country? You got Bradshaw in the backfield. And we saw this team unable to really move the ball too well against UTSA on Watch Party. We also saw Texas State on Watch Party face Vanderbilt, so. Bradshaw not having his best day today, only 62 yards. So, minute 3 seconds. Tulsa loves to make these games close. They got Herbert, Davenport in the backfield. Herbert drops back over the middle. He tipped away. It looks like it might have... Thanks, Cryo. I completely didn't even check those this week. That just destroyed my ears. Thank you, Cryo. Thank you. 2nd and 10. Herbert over the middle. And this one's dropped again. So both teams just completely choking here. 55 seconds left. Josiah Bird, number 13, make a play. And he's hit off the edge. It's Yaslov. Oh, baby. Or Yaslov, I guess, was in the area. They give him the deflection, trying to get it to Backus. So 4th and 10. Texas State's defense is reeling to win the game. Herbert, he floaties. He's open. It's tipped away. That's Marlon Henry. The SMU transfers get a win it for Texas State. He was open. It was Bob Backus, the BearCave reward player, and they said no, no, no. Or that's not the BearCave. It is the raffle reward player. The game-winning deflection didn't try to go for anything flashy, just knocked it away. Beautiful play. Coach Phi gets a live victory here, assuming no shenanigans. Yeah, exactly. Davenport may not be coming back from Italy, but those first two were dropped by his offensive targets over the middle. 4 straight pretty unlucky plays there. So Tulsa going down to 2-5. Rather disappointing start for them, if we're being honest, after they made the conference championship last week, or last season. But Texas State gets to 2-4. Definitely gives them hope. I believe that's 2 wins in a row now here for Texas State, and Coach Phi getting it done. As Bradshaw did not have the day he normally has. He normally averages about 200 yards on the ground. As Texas State and the All Maroons gets it done, and Andrew Jolly, 16 tackles. Have yourself a day, young fella. Oh, baby. So Sicko's game of the week coming up clutch. And what a play that tip was by Marlon Henry. He got benched because of Crawdad Sutherland, went to the portal, and makes a game-winning deflection here for Texas State. You love to see it. Welcome in, Nathan. Work today, same old, same old. Rutgers finally got it done. Can't believe Bob Backus didn't even attempt. See, and that's what I'm hoping for in the new game. Like, right there, that was the nicest interaction you'll ever see in this game between a wide receiver and a defender. One going for the catch, one going for the tip, right? Cannot wait for the new game where that doesn't happen anymore. They fight for the ball. On one hand, Cam, yes, I do miss being coach. I miss recruiting. I miss, like, watching your guys' pitches roll in, be like, ooh, did I win? Did I win? But then, on the other hand, I look at the score from ECU winning 10-7, and I'm like, thank fuck I'm not involved with that roster anymore, because that would have thrown me off for days. I would have been so mad that I only won 10-7. So, yes, I don't miss it. It's definitely yeah, definitely a different thing. And it feels so naughty, like, feels so wrong for me to sim a ECU game off stream, too. So I'm like, ugh. And I saw 10-7. I'm like, bro, fuck these guys. All right, Thomas Horn, 17-30, 194, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. And Hollister did not get into the end zone. So in this new playbook, he's not getting as many touches. Billy Evans, though, had himself a big day. 16 tackles. Yaslov doing himself some favors as well. Big day. Josiah Bird, no sacks. Boo. Rudy Barron got 1. No interceptions, but that big deflection by Marlon Henry. And we got a fumble. Let's go, Josiah Cook. Yeah, but I figured with the pistol that he still gets some looks, though, with those triple options. As we look at Herbert, Davenport, 15-25, 207, 2 touchdowns, and Bradshaw, he must have left this game a little bit because he didn't get the primary carries, or they were just heavy going up the gut. Bob Backus got 5 receptions. Defense, not much happened. A couple of TFLs, no sacks. Interception from John Miles. Couple of deflections, but nothing crazy. The one fumble. And that will do it. 31-27. Oh, yeah. He'll definitely grow into it. Yeah, that's also true, Dogwater. We would have been a lot better because I would have also had a full transfer portal to give me a different quarterback as well. God, imagine picking up Breckenridge and then ruining TCU or ECU. Yeah, they still run Rice. But I did reset both Buffalo and East Carolina, so they don't have, like, crazy skill trees. So they'll fall off if we stay on this game. It's definitely the last hurrah for both those teams. I don't know who I would have gone with in the portal. I probably would have done a similar thing to Tavarius Trace, because at that time I was, like, all high on the you know, I'm the quarterback whisperer. I could fix him, you know what I mean? And then just get shit on. So he probably would have been on my radar. Alright, so now we are going to move on to the Patreon Game of the Week. And Western Kentucky gets in for the second week in a row. Patreon members yearn for Western Kentucky games, but just not enough for a watch party, I guess, as we got Western Kentucky at App State. So our first look at App State since Coach Zach, like, completely ruined them. But we got Yui. Let me know heads or tails, kick or receive if you're here. And then we want the all whites today on the jerseys. Ooh, I like that white helmet. That's crispy. If you're betting on this game, folks, it's a push with a 52.5 over under. And the prop today, we're looking at Laz Palmer receiving yards over under 69.5. Nice. All right, here we go. App State back in action. Playoff contender last season. Struggling so far this year. New coach, new core. Lost two of their best players. And three, like, all-time players in one season. Maybe even four if you count Lou Underwood. Anytime I ever post in the Discord, Coach Mike Gronstol, it's going to be... it's always going to be Eastern, is when we start game day. It's always the sim games, and then we'll go BearCave, which is about an hour, hour and a half, and then game day. That's how it is always set up. Oh, for sure, Coach Fi. I take the last Hall of Fame ballot, pretty much put everybody else on there that got, you know, maybe more than like 25%. And they'll be guaranteed. This is one of the most stacked ballots in history, so I was kind of expecting there to be a lot of spread out votes and not a lot of entrants. So next year we'll probably see 4 or 5 get in. Yeah, he got snubbed at the 48%. Yeah, he would have gotten in if Coach Pinn didn't mess up his ballot, but oh well. All right, here we go. Western Kentucky, and they give up a touchdown to start. Not a great start here. Oh, App State, no. We want Western Kentucky to win the division, please. No, a fumble and a touchdown, 21-0. But we know this team can score a lot in a hurry when they upset Georgia Tech, but App State is cooking. Oh, but here comes Western Kentucky, at least for a second. Oh my gosh. What is happening in this game? Please go for this. Oh, a 5-yard penalty. They got him to jump. Oh, no. Undisciplined team. And is that going to change it? There's the touchdown. Come on, Yui. Come on, Yui. Get a stop. Get us in this game. Come on, Yui. Come on, Yui. There we go. All right. 28-21. We're going to watch them kick it. Here we go, folks. Another comeback brewing. Texas State didn't lead till the very end. Can the same be for Western Kentucky? Maximus Mays III. 2-3 for Western Kentucky this year. But they have a big upset win. This is a good team. Oh, he drops it! Jackson Viss almost threw the game away, but he picks it up. Jackson Viss, the SFA player, would have never saw the field again. All right, here we go. And hold on. Is that Maximus Mays? I don't think so. Maybe it is. Or do we have a backup? No, that's Maximus. And he delivers a shot. I guess it's just the white jerseys. We're not used to it. His Sledge has had a great year so far. It looked like Fox for a second, but Laz Palmer now, top of your screen, number 80. As we're already at the 50. Mays, triple option. He got room. There goes Mays. Maximus Mays the third. Bang, baby. Beautiful run. I love these white helmets. You got to wear these white helmets more. As we're already in business. Here we go. And runs over a defender and gets back maybe to the line of scrimmage. No, they're going to say he lost 2. But yeah, Tribe, I'm excited to see like what plays are going to be OP. Like, because I don't think the gameplay necessarily is going to get more competitive or better. But it's going to be a lot different. It's going to be like fresh eyes, which is going to be fun on the new game, which is what I'm most excited for. Because right now, we've seen every interaction. We've seen every animation. Pretty much anything that can happen, we've seen. So it'll be interesting to get some new, fresh looks as Western Kentucky is 1 for 12 on third down today. That will not win you a lot of games. But Mays dumps that off. What a tip! The diving, of course, it's somebody in the Legion of Dread. Maybe a fanboy, but look at the diving grab, Dogwater. Get that guy in. So 4th down. Yeah, I saw about the run blocking is a lot better. And then all the differences with the option. And oh no! They went for a screen pass and it doesn't work. Oh, disaster. Western Kentucky. The beautiful tip and then the sack is gonna write the death wish here for WKU. Shambles here for the Hilltopper Herald. That is a tough look here. App State is going to go to 3-3 and very well positioning themselves in a decent position to repeat in the division. This is not a very good division, so. Might have just dropped a couple of frames there. Just refresh your stream. It should be good, though. I dropped literally 76 frames, so. Should be good. And that will do it. So, Western Kentucky attempted the comeback, but unfortunate timing there. And they'll drop to 2-4. Tough, tough, tough. Yeah, I can't wait to see, like, the new game and just overall how game logic just improves over the next 5 to 10 years with, like, AI, with the AI boom going on. Hopefully gaming will do something with it, right? Feel like that they could really do some cool stuff. I feel like, okay, but like, let's say there's an AI learning system that you obviously do the initial programming or whatever for your opponent, but then it learns like your habits. It's like dynamic difficulty, I guess. Okay, but Mike, to me, let them connect. Who knows? Let them connect. Yeah, let me cope. Let me have hope that games won't be doing this stupid stuff forever, right? As App State, they cooked with their West duos here. Laz Palmer did get in the end zone. He got in the end zone twice. See, but you would think, Cam, but if you go back 10 years in the Madden franchise, you'll find stuff that's a lot better. So, don't, yeah, there you go. Post-game stories or like AI generating highlights for games, for instance. So, like, the sim engine spits out 21-7, and then on the halftime show, we actually get highlights of that game. That would be cool. Maximus Mays, 19 of 38, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, run the ball. And Palmer did not hit his over on yardage. Yes, I like there to be like a halftime show, yes. If I'm playing a game and I see a massive upset, I want to see how it happened. All right, Zach Smith, 21 to 31, 204, 2 touchdowns. Coley he's back, so big time contributor from them last year. They still have Palmer and John West. He was the golden ticket player, so not entirely cooked here on this team. Still some decent pieces. Just some of the heavy hitters are gone. But 3 sack day, 1 interception, and a couple of deflections here. Also 2 fumbles can't hurt you. And that is a big-time win here for App State. All right, so that was that a Texas State cover? I believe it was. And then this was just an App State win because it was a push game. No, I lost my players of the game. Ah! All right. I'm getting sidetracked with all this AI stuff and all the hopium for the new game. That's all right. Don't need players of the game. All right, let's move it on. We're on to the right side of the graphic. We got Tennessee taking on Georgia. So Tennessee gets vaulted up into the polls after a master class on game day. However, they've been on BearCave twice this year and they've lost. So has Nick gone from a BearCave merchant to a sim god BearCave fraud? So we'll see. Coach Nick Veer, let me know. Heads or tails, kick or receive. If you're betting on this game, it is a 3-point favorite for your Tennessee Volunteers. 40.5 over under. Boss Hennessy turnovers. Will he get 2+ on the day? Nick did not submit a jersey request. All right, here we go. Good old Rocky Top, Tennessee. I've now known Nick for like, I think, maybe a little over 2 years. Maybe it's almost 2 years, but I went from the massive SEC haters to actually liking the song Rocky Top. I always enjoy listening it in the game, and I hate myself for liking this fucking song. But every time I hear it, that shit's stuck in my head for days. Yeah, it's 2 years in August. Okay. Wait, Nick's friend, Cryo, was brought here by Nick? That's crazy. Yeah, definitely. It's just so obnoxious how much it gets played. But it is a good song. All right, Georgia, can they stop fucking shit up? Like, remember, if I was an ECU coach right now, I would be fuming at Georgia's season. They beat East Carolina when they're #1, and then they're 2-3 now, losing against some ridiculous teams. Like, come on, Georgia, this would be a big quality win time. But now, on the other hand, now that I'm not coaching, I picked Tennessee to win the national championship. So I want Tennessee to win. So come on. 0-0 start. Let's just have a game, boys. Have a good game here in Athens. Let's cook. 14-0 for Georgia. That's not the cooking we want. Oh my God, Georgia popping off. Can Tennessee battle back? No. They get 1. Get a stop. All right, kind of the same position as Western Kentucky and Texas State. Did not lead this whole game. All right, let's. I'm gonna go one play at a time because this is an important game here because because a third loss for Nick would not be good. And it's 4th down, where we can't jump in till that 2-minute mark. 4th down again, and they get a big play. Oh, baby. Is it destiny? Are they going to punch it home? Another big play. And they get it! Trent Fox, the dog water player, the wide receiver, he had a breakout game last week, gets the game-tying touchdown. Here we go, folks. 1st and 10 for Georgia. Their new quarterback, I believe his name is Jorge Mooney. Handoff here and brought down. And remember, Tennessee absolutely cooked on defense. David Wright, 150 on the ground. But we saw this Tennessee defense. Can they get a stop like they did against Auburn? So split back set here for Georgia. Plenty of time. Delivers a strike to the corner, and that is going to be a 1st down. And remember, Georgia's playing short-handed on the outside. The SFA player, Sonic Van Eagle, he's out for the year, the star receiver. So they've got to figure it out here on offense, but it looks like they're doing pretty well. Cross the 50 here. Jorge, delayed give to right. He has some room. Brought down by Bruno Van Peter. Second and 4 now here. 2 tight ends going very pro style here. Jorge Mooney, deep drop. Keaton long slug on the rush. They just dumped that off. Tight end, broken tackle. There he goes. A big missed tackle there for the linebacker. Could have had him in the backfield, but the drive now continues. That could be a game changer. First and 10 here. Jorge over the middle. Edgar Bush. Now inside the 20. This Tennessee defense is not reeling like they have been. 52 seconds. Georgia can just run this out and kick a field goal. Do you consider giving up a touchdown at this point? Tennessee using those timeouts. Coach Nick, man, 3-3 does not look good. 2nd and 5. Handoff, right. He gets hit hard. That's Keaton long slug, the freshman. 33 carries here for David Wright. 47 seconds left. They can virtually run this clock all the way down. Split backs. Could be a handoff and no 1st down. So Tennessee probably would get this ball back with about 1 second left. So can Georgia win the game? 24-21 is the goal here. Center hash at about 25-yarder. We'll see how much of this clock they run. Why on earth would you go for that, Cam? So they're typically, it takes about 3 seconds on a field goal, so I project Tennessee will have 1 play. The kick, it's up, and it is good here for Georgia. 4 seconds left. Tennessee in shambles. What will they do? Will they return this one? No. So they'll run a play. So Boss Hennessy, how far can he throw it? Who is going to be the savior? Will it be Trent Fox? Will it be Des Stiffy? Jake Laxton's on the field. Mario Reed. We've seen the big connection before to Mario Reed. Boss Hennessy, how far can he throw it? He yams it deep! Ref's on the ground, he catches it, and no time left. Mario Reed makes the catch, can't break the tackle, brought down by Burr Osborne, and that will do it. Tennessee goes to 3-3. And Georgia goes back to 3-3. So SEC looking ridiculous now in this division, as you got Auburn with 1 loss, Tennessee with 1 loss, Georgia with a couple losses, but circle of sucks are forming. Oh, man, that is a tough loss here for Tennessee. Their third loss on BearCave. Yep, just consistency with the BearCave submissions is all you can really hope for. And then as long as you can stay with within maybe 30 to 50 points of first place, you have a chance during bowl season. But in the 10 years or this point we've been running BearCave for about 11 seasons, is that I've only won it once. So, and I don't even think I got first place. All right, here we go. Let's take a look at the scoring summary. Just battling back and forth. A lot of touchdowns here from Mario Reed. Trent Fox got the one to tie it up, but they lost on the field goal. Defense couldn't come up clutch. Boss Hennessy, 20-36, 252, 3 tutties on the day. Des Stiffy, not as good as he was on game day. Trent Fox only had 2 catches, so guess not as big of a breakout as you would hope. A couple TFLs here. 1 sack. No interceptions from this defense. Couple of deflections. And that will do it. And on the other side, for Georgia, Jorge Mooney, 200 yards through the air. David Wright was the workhorse guy. And on defense, nothing crazy. Couple TFLs, 1 sack on the day, 1 interception. Curtis Bird, number 1 player in the country. He was the number 1 IGR from season 14, made by Flame. Couple of deflections, and no fumbles. All right, this time I'll get my player of the game. All right, so that was a Georgia win outright. So we're on a bit of a streak here of a couple outright wins. We're going to keep it going here as we're starting to get to the big boy games. As next up, we've got Pittsburgh taking on NC State. So, Coach Crew, if you're here, let me know. This is a big one. This is really where we're going to find out if NC State is a fraud or not. We know this team is pretty good for Pittsburgh, but is NC State really them? This is a push game, 60.5 over under, and we're looking specifically for Jaws Patterson rushing yards over under 39.5. And Coach Crew did not submit jerseys. All right. Here we go. Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, I'm not worried about it. All right, NC State. Are they frauds or are they real competition for UNC, Georgia Tech, and East Carolina in the division? Pittsburgh desperate for a win after a tough loss last week to I believe it was Boston College. But look at this. Undefeated here for NC State, climbing the ranks. NC State made a playoff a couple of years ago. That was season 10. All right, heads and kick here for Coach Crew. Here we go. Remember, folks, we have Hawaii and Wyoming coming up for game day here after these games. And that's a quick touchdown for Pitt. Oh, no. Oh, man, is NC State getting exposed? Not looking good here early. They got to bounce back. Remember, they had a good game against Troy, a comeback win we saw on BearCave earlier this year, but 17-7, down 10. NC State got to pick it up. Down 17. It's now or never. And it looks like it's going to be never. 31-7. Pittsburgh back in it, baby. Another one. On your dome, on the road, a marquee victory here for Pitt. Coach Crew is cooking. Bang on your dome, 37-7. See you later. Holy smokes. I don't know, Cam. Look at the score. 37-7. Kennard Short takeover game. Got a rushing touchdown here for Jaws. As Jaws Patterson, 15-25, 246, 1 touchdown. Rushing the ball, no, under there, but over almost 200 yards here for Shorts. Transfer from Penn State. Keontae Duckett, the 5-star receiver, 45 yards. Corbin Hodges, the reject, 32. McGrew got 10 tackles. A lot of TFLs here. Sandak got himself 2. 2 sacks here for McGrew. 1 interception for Dallas Fuller. A lot of deflections and a fumble for Dave Jones. And NC State, I've seen that they've had some issues with some injuries, but 9 of 31. Oh, no. Concepcion alert. 29% is not going to win you a lot of games, folks. Oof. Tough look here for NC State. That's going to drop them quite a bit. Walter Williams. And they got themselves a fumble as well. All right, so I'd say that's a bit of an interesting result. I expected NC State to be rather competitive this season. So now, now it's it's UNC against the world. But once again, UNC and Oklahoma, we really haven't seen much from, as they both have had rather light schedules this season. So we'll have to see those teams later on in the year. All right, moving on now. We've got hopefully this is going to be a good game. Missouri and Baylor, Tribe and Flame. Oh, man. Coach Tribe, let me know, heads or tails, kick or receive, as the away team almost took down Iowa State last week. Couldn't quite do it. This should be a fun one. If you're betting on this game, this is a 7-point favorite for the Baylor Bears, your #1 team in the country. And 55.5 over-under for Missouri. And we're specifically looking at Cyrus Disco rushing yards. We'll get over-under 84.5. Now, Baylor, they've been struggling a little bit the last couple of weeks. Close game against West Virginia. So, we'll see if they can beat the mighty Missouri Tigers. And you guys want custom jerseys. Let me get that going. So, gold chrome helmet in all modern green. Black? Oh, black helmet and white, everything else. I was like, black and green? What are you guys doing? Alright, so we wanted green chrome. Or gold chrome, I mean. There we go. Where's the gold chrome? Where's the gold chrome? There it is. Alright. Let's get a better green, though. There we go. 2018 greens. Yeah. And then he wanted the black with the all-white. Looks good to me, but let's get a cooler black helmet. The black M. Is that what he said? Missouri will go all-black helmet. We'll find something better. Bang! The white M. Like that. Alright, here we go. And Coach Tribe wants tails and kick. Let's get her done. I mean, the stats, like you're saying, Coach Five, pretty even here. Baylor has won in a really good schedule so far. Missouri, though, these wins are not against the best opponents. All right, let's take a look. Let's see what happens down in Waco. We've been here plenty of times before. Baylor's always pretty good. McLean Stadium. Will it be Coach Tribe or Coach Flame? Definitely not going to be a preview of the Big 12 championship. I can tell you that. It's not going to be Missouri. Sorry, I'll stop being a hater, Tribe. I'll stop. Here we go. What's going to happen here? #1 in the country. Will they go down? 0-0 early on. Baylor does score first, and they get another one. Must have been a turnover, but we get a big play to Londano. God, I can't. And they tie it up! Oh, baby. They take the lead. It's 21 unanswered here in the second quarter. Baylor is cooked. They miss a field goal. Missouri has them on the ropes. Missouri, no! They give a big play. 21-21, 28-21. We're going to the fourth quarter. Missouri has the lead in Waco. Number 1 on the ropes. A long drive, and it's 2 scores! Missouri, they're cooking. And it's an interception! No, not like this. 42! They're doubling them up, folks, here in Waco. Cyrus Disco on your dome. 42-21, a 42-7 run here for the Tigers. They finally get one back, but it is over, folks. The fat lady is singing. Missouri wins! Oh, baby! Not even, it was a sim. What just happened? Number 1 goes down. The away team storms the field, I guess. Baylor fraudulent? Oh my. Fraud alert. Missouri. Talk about a team that is changing. Last time they played a green and gold team, they got cooked by UAB. Cyrus Disco got one. Oh my God. What a Cyrus Disco in the fourth. PJ Morton, 17 and 27, 326, 3 tutties, but it was Cyrus Disco. He hit his over. He got 3 tutties, making the right decision there at running back. Sandro Londano, the SFA player, is cooking. Lester Owens, the SFA player, 10 pancakeys. And on defense, Tyler Smoot, 10 tackles, 1 TFL, 1 sack from Yaz Sussy. Interceptions from Justin Jones, Chris Lawson, Cabo Banfield didn't do shit. Couple of deflections. Got a fumble from Yaz Sussy, cooked, baby. Clinton Sanders, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Niall Sheethers threw a pass. He did well on the ground, but just wasn't in the cards here today. Oh my. So watch out for the Missouri Tigers, man. These guys are a rowdy bunch. Look at them go. On the road, beating number 1 to a pulp. It's a handed 14-point victory. Well-deserved win there. Come back from behind as well. So it's Mizzou. We had Pitt cook. We had Missouri cook. Patreon users are cooking if you're not named Flame. Alright. Hold our horses here. I gotta write these results down. There's Pittsburgh, Mizzou. A lot of underdogs winning on this BearCave. Does that not bode well here for the Hawaii faithful? Alright, are we down to our last BearCave game of the day? Number 1 goes down. Not too often you say that. Yeah, we got Florida, Alabama coming up next. So last game, let's make sure everything else is simmed here. Got 2 games left. Yep, see the 2 games on the schedule. And get those Bobinas ready, folks, is Florida, man. How good is this team? They just knocked off LSU, but remember, LSU lost this week to Vandy, so how good can they be? As we got Florida, and we got Alabama. Get those Bobinas ready. Pretty much a 50-50 call on this one. All right, so the this is a 2-point favorite for Florida, over under 43.5. And we're going to look at Duke Archbishop III. Will he get an interception today for the Florida Gators? So here we go. Wow, a lot of money going on Alabama. Interesting. Yep, recruiting will be later on tonight. Here we go. Florida, Alabama. Massive game here in the SEC, especially with news that Tennessee just lost. Winner of this game very well could take the lead in the division, as we're looking 2-1 for everybody. Oh man, this division could just be hell this season. Look at all of that. Oof, disgusting. It's not going to be a fun ending there. All right, Bryant-Denny Stadium, here we go. Heads and kick here for the Florida Gators. Dogwater's former stomping grounds. They have more wins in 5 weeks than he had in his entire tenure. And it's going to be Florida opening up the scoring. Another one from Florida. 14 points here in the opening. 21! On your dome, 21-3. The road team is cooking here today. Florida, 21-10. Let's not get over antsy here. 28. All right, we should be good. Is Alabama going down? Florida is cooking, baby. How high will Florida climb? An interception. It's Duke Archbishop III. The prop hits. The prop hits. Oh, baby, the prop hits. Yep, Tribe, that's how it feels, man. When you knock off number one, it feels so good. 38-17, and that will do it, baby. The game has ended. Florida wins. BearCave is very quick this week. I won't say quick, but here we are. So Florida could be very good this season. Jared Johnson, 18 of 33, 288, 3 touchdowns. Dogwater said he was a bad quarterback. Look at him now. This team is good even after we nerfed them with like yoinking all their players from the transfer portal. Tutu Tulip gets himself a sack. SFA player. Duke Archbishop III hits the interception. Take the props, people. These things pay out very, very well. And then let's check in on Alabama. We got Joe Bennett, the senior, taking over, and not very good. Brian Smith, not very good. New eras here for these teams, just not very good. Jimmy Don Willie, what did he do? Not very much. No sacks, no interceptions, no deflections. They're cooked. They're cooked. They're cooked. 38-17. So a lot of craziness happening here. Let's get those players of the game. And as always, before we head out on these beautiful BearCave streams, we preview the next week. So let's take a look at what Week 8 has in store as we cross over that 50% of the way mark through Season 15. Potentially our last season here on NCAA 14 revamped. Week 8, we got LA Tech, Southern Miss. That will be a great one. Kansas, Nebraska, Hawaii, and Missouri. Oh, baby, a lot of hype for that game. Akron, Iowa State now. Buffalo, Georgia Tech could be spicy. Oh, we got Red River. Tennessee, Alabama. UTSA, SMU. A lot of good games coming down the pipe here. Oregon, Utah. Could be a preview of the Pac-12 championship game. Baylor trying to rebound against Colorado. Western Kentucky against Marshall. Wyoming, UNLV. A lot of good games coming down the pipe, folks. Ooh, UNC, North Carolina, but NC State kind of ruined that game with their bum performance today. That's just how it always works. Baller has been commenting that on every stream for the last 3 years. So, respect the hustle. Alright, so that will do it here for the BearCave stream. As always, we'll be back in about 5 to 10 minutes for game day between Hawaii and Wyoming. So don't go anywhere, folks. Back within about 5 to 10 minutes. As always, thanks for any of the follows, the donations, the bits or whatever, and the subs. Greatly appreciated. So we'll see you back here in about 10 minutes. Peace.